Hey Space Nation, Aaron here, and I want to talk today about ads, or more importantly, what happened to the ads. Um, for those of us who are just trying to really ratchet up our points, ads were pretty crucial because you can't get enough coins to just kind of infinitely sustain buying new missions. You have to watch an ad or something to kind of boost your coin production up and therefore your point production up as well. So before, what we used to have, for those of you who may or may not be aware, we used to have the ability when you clicked unlock new mission, it would give you an option to watch an ad as well. Currently, we do not have that. I talked to someone who is new on the platform within the last week. I believe this happened about a week ago, ish. And someone who was new within the last week was not able, don't even remember having the ability to do ads. So I think they may have just turned it off for everyone. I was wondering if maybe there's a certain point level they do this, but no, it looks like everyone doesn't get ads anymore. And, I'm trying to kind of figure out why that is. So, firstly, I mean, that is important to those of us out here. You can pretty much figure out why it's important. We're all trying to, in theory, we're all competing for 100 invitations, one of 100 invitations to Space Camp, right? And we don't know exactly how they're going to choose those invitations, but we assume that points matter. And there's a leaderboard for a reason, right? Weekly, all time, all that. So if we're assuming points matter, then being able to get new missions and rack up those points is going to be important. So it does affect us who are trying to really take this seriously. So I guess the question is why? I think there's two reasons why. One, they just want to make more money. That is possible. I don't believe that to be the case. From what I've read out there, it seems like they're a little bit more altruistic than just wanting to make a lot of money. But that's definitely a possibility, and it's at the very least it's in the back of their minds potentially to make more money. But I think what is more likely, and probably is really what they're trying to do. This app is fairly new, and right now, people ranking up points early on, it's great for us to feel like we can get a kind of a head start. But I think they're really trying to be altruistic here with the idea of actually educating and getting it out to as many people as possible. And the reality is a lot of the quizzes, if you've done a lot of them like I have, you'll notice that a lot of the quizzes questions will repeat. So it's not that difficult to kind of get a mastery level really fast. I mean, it takes a few days just continually doing it to understand what questions are going to be out there. But my thought is they just are more interested in slowing down the point progress so that there isn't a huge skew in people that, like myself, that maybe have gotten a lot of points off of a smaller question bank or smaller, game bank where we're just, doing a few things very repetitively. That's my guess. I think they're trying to slow it down, just to kind of make it more about consistently logging in, finding new information, learning new stuff about space, and really improving the global knowledge about space. That's my guess. But, I'd love to hear more theories out there. I think it is important to talk about. I mean, there is a skew, and there's you'll see some people on the leaderboard, unless they're spending hundreds of dollars on this app, which I tend to believe they're probably not, but unless they are, there's some points here that just don't make sense without ads. If someone starts today and they don't have access to ads to really kind of rack up those points, if they're only if we're only able to make 7 to 10,000 points per week, you can just do the math there. 250,000. That's a lot of weeks to have to get there, and by that time, these other people are even going to be that much further ahead. So, I think that's an interesting conversation to start. So if you want to leave comments below, please do. I would love to hear from you, hear theories, hear questions, what have you. Just leave that in the comment section. Feel free to like that like button. Hit that like button, I guess is what I'm going for. But feel free to do that so I can understand if this information is helpful, if it's intriguing, you guys want to watch more, hear more, let me know. In the meantime, keep racking up those points, and I will see you in Space Camp.